Hello, hello, hello. Look, 5K. I made it a day late. I did say to you I thought I was going to get there by Monday, and well, I may have done. I don't come on my computer in the evenings unless I'm doing a live. So I may have done, but Tuesday morning, yes, 5K. And if you've looked at my community post, you will see that on Monday, I am posting my giveaway, my 5K giveaway video. Yes, something a bit different. I try to always think of something different each giveaway rather than same standard ones that a lot of channels do. Something a bit different, and there will be clues in the description under the video to help you have a go. So no excuses for not having a go. And as I say in the video, do have a go. One of my giveaways didn't get many views, and therefore people who just entered actually could win. So yes, do have a go, but to make it fair, the more you have a go at, the chance you have of winning more of the prizes. But you'll see all about that. That might sound a bit confusing. Obviously, if you just go and answer one question, you're not going to win the whole pot, and you can win all of the prizes, or you may win some of the prizes. But it's all explained in the video. As I say, something different. I've not seen anyone else do this. I do like to be different. So do have a go. Let's see who's here today. Oh, Steve, I caught you up. I'm actually on 5 point, what is it, 00 or 5 point something 3. So I'm over it. I think it's 5.003. Is there 3 numbers after when you go in your own channel and you have a look? Yes. So it's inspired me to actually make more videos than I was going to do today, because normally I've got my board up there. Wednesday, I normally edit 2 videos ready for tranquility. So I've got a pile of just sitting there, edits ready to go videos. Obviously, if I'm not well or something, I know they're there. So I do a regular, I edit 3 of this channel and 2 of tranquility, and at least 1 on my dance channel, just sitting there, that aren't time sensitive videos. So there. Oh, it is 4 digits, right? Steve saying he's on 50-50. 50-50, Steve. 50-50. Yeah, I'm chasing you. I'm chasing you. We're having a little game now. I'm chasing you. When did you start YouTube, Steve? When did you start? I've looked up, I was at 3K. I was talking about how slow it was, and then suddenly after 2K it went bananas. It just went like storming. So 3K I wrote it down to share. 3K I got on January this year. 4K I got May this year, and now we're September. So January, February, March, April, May, that was 4 months. May, June, July, August, September. Oh, so who knows? October, November, December, January. Let's see. Let's see if I can get to 6K by January. It's crazy, but I've only just been doing my 4K giveaway. I'm not going to do giveaways on tranquility. I do special videos and things like that, because obviously I've got more than one channel. So this is the channel where I would do the giveaways, and there's more potential of doing those quicker anyway. Still not monetized on tranquility. So if any of you can pop over there and subscribe. I'm all right. I'm on 1.8K on there, but it's the watch hours. I don't know why. Maybe because I only do 2 videos a week there and 1 live. Maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. But I use that as totally different content over on that channel. So if you don't like this channel, go and check that out. It's totally different. But yes, I did my editing And then I've had problems. I was talking on my last live about how my phone keeps popping out the stand. Steve was talking about that, saying try a magnetic mount, which I was going to do. But I did have one that wasn't metal springy that I'd broken the screw bit on to hold the phone on another, like a tabletop plastic tripod. It's only about that tall. And I've got another mini tripod that keeps pinging out, but this plastic one, and Mike said, right, let me fiddle with it. And there's another screw segment that is screwed into this mini plastic tripod. So he said, well, if we fix that onto the proper camera tripod, and he's turned that around the sort of bit that sits on, whereas normally you screw the camera in the top and the camera sits there. He's now changed it so it's this way, and now he's fitted that there. So I wanted to try that out. Being plastic, it doesn't seem to want to pop my phone across the room. So I tried that today by giving it a real test, moving the tripod round and round my land. And I did a Q&A, because when I do those, I like to go in different locations for each question. So I did all that today, and I had fun with that. Not only did I film it, but I edited it as well. Steve saying, we started to work on the channel about November 2023, but have had the channel for a while before that with about 5 subs. Oh, aren't they your best subs though? Your very first ones. They are your best subscribers. And that is what I did for my 1K giveaway. I actually said, if you feel like you've been following my channel for a long time and you think you're one of my first 100 subscribers ever, then enter your channel or your name below. And I can't remember how many prizes I gave for that, but I said, I think I might have said all the ones that are in that top 100 that do respond would get a prize. And then I said, but if you've watched after that, you think, oh no, I've only watched you recently, still put your name or your channel in the comments. And again, if no one else watches and does that, and you've only just started watching, then you could be a winner. And that's what I did for my 1K. That's what I did for my 1K. So each K giveaway, I do something completely different. Steve said not 2023, it was 2022. 2022. Yes, a lot of people start a channel, don't do like the full YouTube thing with it. I can't remember with mine how many. I think I was only doing 1 video a week. Can't remember. Yeah, I think possibly I was only doing 1 video a week for a long time. Yes, so that's the info on that. So starting again, yes, I've reached a fantastic level. I thought I would only ever get to 1K, and you have to work hard. At the time when I got to 1K, YouTube was doing that thing of, at that point, you could only have ads if you were 1K or more. So YouTube were pushing people over that 1K with their falsifying. And then as soon as you hit that 1K and adverts were on your channel, they then dropped all those fake extra people. And so many people kept saying, I was on 1K, but now I've dropped under 1K. And it's to force you to put out more content and all that kind of thing. So I was in that era, if you like, where I got to 1K, hence why it took ages to... I didn't actually drop under 1K because I was quite a bit over. I was getting real subscribers. So I didn't drop. I think I might have stopped doing YouTube if I had, but I didn't drop that. And then 2K. And then, as I say, from that, it just exploded my channel. And as I say, I'm not just on 5K. I've already, in a matter of hours, gone over that 5K. Yeah, first 1K was the hardest, definitely. First 100 subscribers was pretty hard as well. But that's because your channel's not pushed. And of course, now I know other ways that you can get very quick if you're a new channel. It's so much easier now for a brand new channel because there's different ways to do it. And I'll give you one example now. If you're a brand new channel, don't put up 1 or 2 videos, make at least 5 or 6 and post them all at the same time. And the reason for that is YouTube can see what your channel is all about, what type of channel. They can't push it if you put up one video. And normally a first video, people often just talk about themselves and it's not really showing the channel. So if you're a brand new channel, push out there. Don't post anything till you've got 5 or 6 videos. Make sure they're the same type of content, as in a theme, not just random bits and pieces. Make them all the same, and that's that. 2K seemed hard, yeah. But would you agree with me? 3K and beyond, it's just boof, boof, boof. It's like no effort. Not that I've made an effort in trying to get to a number, but I don't follow any of these, do this sort of thumbnail, do this. I don't listen to that, because if you do that, apart from a lot of the information being totally wrong, but if you do that, then surely everyone's doing that anyway. Be unique, stick to what you do, and enjoy your videos. Don't just make a video for the sake of it or because it's a popular topic or anything like that. You will soon see what videos people really like on your channel. Steve says watch hours seem slow. I didn't have trouble with that on this channel, which is why I'm surprised. Tranquility, I'm struggling with watch hours. Now it could be as well because they've now changed the rules about how long you need to watch of a video. Forget all this nonsense people are still telling you about 8 seconds and it's a watch and all that. That's not actually true. But I think because they've changed all that, what actually constitutes a watch, I think that is why watch hours are different now, totally different. So yeah, beginning again, starting again. The other thing I'm starting again with is my garden. As you know, I had no water in any respect for the house or the garden for 2 months. And I was very disheartened. I did my best to keep things alive, and it was a heat wave at the same time, which didn't help with the garden. I lost a lot of stuff. I've lost some things made me extremely sad that I've lost, and I was a little bit like disheartened with it and not sure where I was going to go from there. But since then, you'll see my latest videos. I have sown seeds. I'm seeing seeds come up. I am starting again. So I'm really starting again. And the third thing I'm starting again with, and I kind of decided this last little bit just before I started this live, I'm going to try and get fit again. Now with lupus, you'll see in my Q&A video, I was quite shocked by how big I am. You only see this much. And I'm like, that is disgusting. But it's because of the lupus, and you can exercise as much as you like. I'm never going to lose that bulk that I've got from lupus, but I want to become fitter. So that doesn't mean losing weight. That won't happen. It can't happen. I'm stuck where I am now, sadly. But I can be healthier, healthier with lupus, but I can feel healthier. So, you know, I've started my walks again. So I'm going to walk tomorrow. And I said to Mike, I've planned what walk I'm doing. There's several walks I do around here. Sometimes I go further or go somewhere different, but starting this season of walks again, I am doing a walk I know. And I did it last week. There's a route I go, and I couldn't remember how to get to the place I walk through. I eventually got out the out bit because it's all tracks and things, but I couldn't remember where I got into these tracks. So I went in somewhere else, and that's not the place I was looking for. So I said to Mike, I could look it up on, I use the geocaching map. I use that because Google Maps don't show any of the paths and tracks that I use. They don't. Geocaching maps do. If you don't know what that is, just sign up to geocaching app and you'll see maps if you live in a rural area, tracks, unnamed roads, You even see buildings and things that Google cannot show you. There's certain tracks and paths. So I said to Mike, right, I'm going to not look it up. I'm going to do the walk in reverse, which is all up mountain. So you can see why I did it the other way, because it's down. It's all down. It's down, 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 down. There was a little bit because I went wrong. I went up. But reversing it tomorrow, it is all up. When I say up, one bit of it is really steep to approach back to my house. It's extremely steep. It's not a long bit, but it is so steep. So that would be good for me. Now, the other thing I said I thought of just before I did this live was I did quite a lot of lives riding my exercise bike. And by saying this now, I'm committing myself. I don't know how well I will do that again. I was intending on doing that all the time because I was doing videos saying about how you can find extra time in your day, which means doing more than one thing at a time. So I was exercising, riding my exercise bike whilst doing my lives, because the Monday and the Wednesday lives are just over an hour. My Friday live on my other channel is about 30 minutes, something like that, because I have other things to do because that's earlier in the day. So that's 2.5 hours a week on my exercise bike. And being Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that is beautifully spread out because you don't want to do a long amount of time one day and nothing else. So you want to do segments. Every alternate day is brilliant, or 10 minutes every day is very good, not 2 hours one day and nothing else. So I was doing that, and I said I was going to do that all my lives. But then I was very ill, and it turned out, in the long term, it was lupus. Now, as I say, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm going to, if I remember, I'm going to do it on Monday. I won't be doing it this Friday because I've got something else to do before my live. So I won't be doing that. But let's see, give me encouragement. Give me encouragement. I possibly won't be able to do the whole hour. The only problem with it is showing you stuff, but I'll see. I'll see what I can do. But Monday, I need to write it down that I'm going to do it Monday or I'll forget. Let's see. Oh, and I have to set all my laptop up funny because I won't be able to read the comments when I sit just here. I move this chair and I sit here. And I then have to tilt the screen back so I can see the screen, but I can't see the comments, even with my glasses on. I'm too far back. So what I have to do, I've got one of these big magnifying screens, and I put that on this table here, but I have to tilt it to get the angle right, that when I'm sitting on the exercise bike, I can still see your comments. Oh dear. So that is my plan. Let me write it on my board. Let's write it here for now. Monday. Look, I'm committing live exercise bike. Now, the other thing I did you have my armpit there? Sorry if you did. The other thing I did before was if I watched anything on YouTube, I sat on the exercise bike and got going. But I think we'll just start with the lives for now. Steve and Tina Jewell are saying we are improving our thumbnails, I think. Can't say I've seen a difference. The one I've seen recently is, in fact, today. You've got, I think the thumbnail was a big face of Rover. Rover is Steve and Tina's dog. And guys, go and check that video out because Steve's bought himself some new toys that he's playing with Rover. Yes, Steve's bought himself some pastime toys. And the reason I say that, toys for Rover, but the reason I say that is because it's keeping Steve occupied. Steve says, I'm going to be getting ready for a 9 a.m. doctor's appointment. I'll be here in the background. Cool. Hope it's all good. Hope your leg is improving. And we have Life in the Piedmont Homestead here. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. Hi, all wanted to pop in. Can't stay, heading out. That's lovely to say hello. Thank you so much for that. It's always appreciated. So I've just been saying that I'm doing my 5K giveaway. The video will be out on Monday. So do check that out on my channel. Let's do, so I can have a quick drink. Let's do Wednesday's quote corner. And all I can say is take note of this. A little clue there for you to take note of this. Keep it in your mind. So there we go. And we must do this. Okay, today's puzzle. I think it's an easy one. It's definitely a Steve Jewell one. Mr. Bigger is 7 feet tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 foot tall, and is thinner than his father. Who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? So I'll say that all again, now you know the question. Mr. Bigger is 7 feet tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 foot tall, and is thinner than his father. Who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? Yes. I wonder if you could get that one. So that's puzzle of today. See if you can beat me before the end of the live, or in 5 minutes if it's Steve. The reason I say that, in case you're new to the channel, is Steve, Jewell and me, we have very similar minds for types of puzzles. The ones that are really, what's the type? It's not mathematical puzzles or letter puzzles. It's those funny sort of puzzles. We're both the same for that. So I'll read it one more time. Mr. Bigger is 7 feet tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 foot tall, and is thinner than his father. Who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? Do you know that? And while you're thinking about that, let's do this. Okay, so my cross stitch. First of all, I haven't been able to do too much. I have done quite a bit because I was talking about how you're supposed to stitch the edges of the Ada or Aida. I don't do that. I've never done it. I never will. I'm not stitching. I like cross stitching, but not sewing. Maybe you could run it through a machine. I don't know. The last one I did was already done. Now this luckily is the edge of the fabric, so I don't know if you can see very well, but this edge doesn't need doing anyway. Then I had, oh, you can see it now, but when I move away, it'll be dark. But I didn't want to do the rest. So I thought I would have a go. I had a plan of just running glue both sides, just a thin line of glue. Of course, you have to let it dry before you do any more. So I've literally glued all the sides. And for now, there might be bits sticking out because I haven't cut off anything that was fraying before. But I think that might work. Of course, you need drying time, but I have glued all the edges. So I'm thinking that might work. As I say, I've got to cut off any little bits that were hanging out prior. But I have done some more cross stitch, and you're guessing as to what you think this is. Check I've given you the right side, yes. And I have to, at the moment, put a pin in the top because I never know which is the right way up. Oh, look, I've done more colours. This is very hard to do at the moment because the colour, it might seem clear to you, but particularly the lighter colour is very hard to see on the colour of the material. Can anyone guess what this is going to be? Make your guesses. You can make as many guesses as you like. You can change your mind, and I will remember who gets it right first. Any guesses there? What is this cross stitch going to be? And it's one big scene or picture. It's not one item like the last thing. So it's a big picture. What is the picture? What is the whole scene or picture? So we're doing something a bit different. You can see it's quite big. I think it's going to fill most of this. And the size of it, I can't tell you exactly, but I think it's going to fill pretty much all of it like the last one. Every single bit of this picture is a stitch. I don't think there's any spaces or gaps. Oh my goodness. And I was choosing which one to do next. And I was like, oh, shall I do that? Shall I do that? Which one shall I do? Because I've got quite a lot. And Mike went, oh, do that one. I went, oh, do you like that one then? He said, yes. But he said, I think it'd be dead hard. I said, well, I am doing them all eventually, but you think, oh, yeah, do that one. He meant dead hard for me to do, not hard for you to guess. He's like, yeah, that'll be really hard. And it does. And it's small. It's smaller stitches than the previous one. So, yes, I think it's going to be really hard. I'm sweating. It's been so hot today. You see, I've still got my swim top on. It's been so hot. It's gone 5:30. I started my live at 5:30. It's 6 p.m. now, 6 p.m. and it's still humid but heat as well. So it's humid now a bit more, but I've been stuck indoors. And when I went outside to film the Q&A, and I was filming that, I literally went around, question, read it out, answered it, moved along, moved the camera, question, answer. And I was quite quick actually doing it. Oh, it was so hot when I came in. So hot. Okay, what should we do now? Let's do catch up with this. Okay, so I'm still reading this book, High Fidelity by Nick Hornby. I don't now think it's his real life story. It doesn't say if it is or it isn't because they're calling him Rob in the story. He's talking as if it is him, as in the bit I read about the book. But I think it's made up. I've got quite a way through it, probably halfway. The bottom bit is what I've read. And yeah, it's quite good. It's funny. There's some really good funny bits in it. At the moment, he's told you about all his previous girlfriends and his current girlfriend, that they weren't going to get married, but they were a couple, and she's just left him, and he's now decided he wants to go to all his past girlfriends, and we're including school time, like couple of day girlfriends, and just ask them why they left him. And one of them he's just gone to now, and basically he was with this girlfriend in his past. Basically, Jackie was going out with Phil as boyfriend girlfriend at school, and he split them up. Went out with her for a very short time, realised there was nothing in it, and she ended up back with Phil, and Phil married her in the end. So he's just gone to find her again, and he says Jackie has grey streaks in her hair, but otherwise still looks pretty and friendly and sensible and all the other things she used to be. I kiss her and offer Phil my hand. Phil is now a man with a moustache and shirt sleeves and a bald patch and a loosened tie, but he makes a big show of pausing before he returns the gesture. He wants me to realise that this is a symbolic moment, that he's forgiven me for my misdemeanour of all those years ago. I think it's supposed to be elephants that never forget, not British Telecom after sales people. But then what am I doing here, if not to meddle around with things that most people would have forgotten about years ago? Jackie and Phil are the most boring people in the South End of England, possibly because they've been married too long and therefore have nothing to talk about, apart from how long they've been married. In the end, I'm reduced to asking them, in a sort of jokey way, for the secret of their success. I was only saving time because I think they would have told me anyway. So yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good. He works in a record shop, so you meet the characters there as well. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, let's do a bit of this. So as I say, I've got seeds growing, broccoli, radish, all sorts of onions, leeks, lettuce. Try to think what else I've just seeded. Beetroot, more beetroot. I've got some beetroot to harvest at the weekend. So any more suggestions as to what I should be seeding now? What else shall I seed? So that's the things that's coming on at the moment, and have done videos. Oh, and the other thing that's going crazy is my loofah plant. That is going absolutely crazy. I've filmed a bit more. I'm filming a bit every now and then when there's a big change, and I'm going to put it all together as one video, and then I'm going to show you how to harvest loofah when my loofahs are ready. Yes, so I'm going to do all about that, because I've done about growing loofahs. So I'm going to show the progress of them all, put it all together in one video when I harvest them, and show you how to harvest your loofah and get how to get a loofah sponge. They're quite fun to grow. Do give it a go if you haven't grown them before. They're definitely a fun thing. You can eat them at a certain point, which I've shared before, but it's not like any other type of things where you can just wait for them to be like zucchinis or whatever and then eat them. You've got to do them very early. Life in Piedmont Homestead says, oh, I read that one. And there's Steve doing a link for Life in the Piedmont Homestead. So anyone got my puzzle yet so far? Mr. Bigger is 7 feet tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 foot tall, and is thinner than his father. Who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? Who is bigger? Who is bigger? Okay, let's do, while you're thinking of that, we will go on to a bit of this. What is the highest rank a sweet corn can be? What is the highest rank a sweet corn can be? And of course, the answer is Colonel. Colonel. My grandfather was a colonel. Oh, we have a guess on the puzzle. Steve says Mr. Bigger because it's his name. No, try again. Try again. That's his name. No. Thank you for guessing, but no. Have you tried my sweet corn? It's irresistible. Irresistible. What do you call a horse with a sweet corn on his head? Well, of course, that's unicorn. Unicorn. What's the carrot's favourite film? What's the carrot's favourite film? Carrot's favourite film. The Karate Kid. I don't like those sort of ones. Why did the carrot go to the hairdressers? Oh, this is a good one. Why did the carrot go to the hairdressers? Its roots were showing. Steve said he missed the puzzle. He's in the shower. Yes, I'm glad you didn't take me in the shower with you. So I'll just recap. Mr. Bigger is 7 feet tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 feet tall, and is thinner than his father. Who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? And I nearly read you my answer as well then. I nearly carried on reading. Mr. Bigger is 7 feet tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 feet tall, and is thinner than his father. So who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? From Dawn's puzzle book. I make my own puzzle book. Okay, let's do a few more jokes. How does a carrot know his future? He gets his carrot cards read. Yeah, boo. When you choose what carrot to be put on a snowman, are you picking the snowman's nose? That's a good one. When you choose what carrot to put on a snowman, are you picking the snowman's nose? That's a good one. When the lettuce farmers lost their crops, they lost their heads. Why did the lettuce get all dressed up? He was going on a romantic date. I don't like those play on word ones. They're not for me. I've never made Caesar salad before, but I could make a stab at it. Why was the salad so tired? He was tossing and turning all night. Okay. You don't like my vegetable jokes? I couldn't carrot all, but let us remain friends. Boo! From Dawn's joke book. Oh. Okay, let's have a look at this. Seeing that wow one there, this one, that just made me think of all those stupid YouTubers who have to do that on their thumbnails. Do they know how silly they look? And the new one is they have to point at everything. So this would be my YouTube thumbnail. You would never catch me doing that. You just did. More likely this. That would have been a good one, Dawn. That would have been nice. Something like that would have been all right. But close your mouths. It's rude. So while you were watching that, I thought I'd look through and see which one I feel today. Let me know in the comments which one you feel today or how you feel today and why. And mine's this, after what I said about at the beginning, starting again, my exercise regime, which will go out the window when my volunteers arrive. But until then, my gardening, my channel, life, there. That is me. Talking of volunteers, I told you we have one coming very soon, and she has said she's not coming now. She told me she'd finished doing the volunteering and she wanted to come to me, and she asked for, I think, a couple of weeks. I think it was a couple of weeks or not quite a couple of weeks. And I said, yes, that would be fine. I can fit you in, blah, 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 blah. And then she came back, well, actually, I haven't finished where I am yet. And I wondered if I could just do 2 or 3 days with you. We are not a sleepover. We are not a sleepover. Why? She's obviously applied to other places in between and they can't take her the straight away. So she said, well, I'm still actually on the other one, which she said she'd finished. And she obviously wants a few nights in between. So she said, can I do 2 or 3? So I put, well, unfortunately for volunteering, we don't accept you for less than a week of working days because they don't work at weekends. And Mike said what she had asked for, the 2 or 3 days, covered a one day of weekend, maybe 2. She said I could do more hours, but no, that means we've got to put ourselves out for more hours to sort of be there if she needs help, or direct her, do this and what needed doing. So we'd be tied to being outside and helping. And I said, no, I said, we say a week of working days, because how can you get a experience in 2 or 3 days? You can't get the experience of our lives or anything. Go and get yourself a bed and breakfast somewhere else, or pay for accommodation somewhere else. I mean, for the effort for me to change the bedding, clean it all out, if it was a paying guest, it would be worth it. But just volunteering 2 or 3 days, we're not going to get to know each other. And it's all about that and the experience of what we have to offer here, what you can see. I like to go out with them, show them places, take them for the walks around my village, which they will not find the places. They won't find the ravine walk and other things here. It sounded like she wanted a bed for a few nights in between. So that is not what a volunteering experience is. So we haven't got that one coming now, but we've got the ones coming still who sound lovely. When are they coming? I think on the 19th of October. I think that says 19th of October until the 3rd of November. So they sound lovely, lovely, lovely. So I'm really looking forward to them. They keep communicating, sound really lovely. And as I said before, you will get footage of them. It is in the application that they read through all conditions and anything they need to know about coming here, what we offer, blah, blah, blah. And it does say there you will be filmed. So that's approved. And I put it there because I don't want to start getting into that once someone comes. And for me, it's all about sharing with you how we live, which is we're open to volunteers. So we have volunteers. There's a lot of channels out there, particularly the build type channels, and they have workers. And they say they do it all themselves, and no. So I always share my volunteers, and I want to share the Workaway site. If you're interested in just being nosy and looking at it, I do have a link to our actual page on there. So if you want it, I'm quite happy for you to have a little nose and see what it's about. If you're not interested, you're not committed by clicking on it, you can just read. Or if you're interested in getting volunteers yourself, I'm the person to ask how you do it and what it involves. I do have videos on it for both if you're interested in being a host, and also if you're interested in becoming a volunteer. And it's for all around the world. It's not just for homesteads or farming or gardening. They can come and do DIY for you. They can just literally come and be a home help for you. All sorts of things. The only rules are if they are doing a job such as childminding, doing something towards your holiday accommodation, cleaning it, or helping you in your restaurant jobs, then you do have to declare it and pay them more than the minimum wage. But if you're just asking for help on your land, we don't make money out of our property, then they are free. You get them for free. You just need to provide bed and shower and toilet. That is the bare minimum. You don't need to provide them with food unless you're asking for more than 3 hours help per day. So we ask for 3 hours per day. We don't need food. We do provide them with cooking facilities, but you don't have to do that. So there's more to it. If you're interested in it, I can first of all give you the URLs to my videos on that. And if you want more information, or that just you want to be nosy, and I mean that in a nice way, if you want to have a look at my property, as in what we offer, and it gives you more idea about it. And it also shows you all the segments you have to fill in if you're looking for volunteers. But do it. Do it. I can't stand people struggling and, oh, I can't really do this anymore. There are volunteers dying to come and help you. So do it. Do it. Steve saying, why did the butterfly? Because it saw the kitchen sink. Very good, Steve. Very good. I like that. So let's go over one more time the puzzle piece for today, and then in a minute I'll give you the answer. Mr. Bigger is 7 feet tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 feet tall, and is thinner than his father. So who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? Obviously tell me why, because you've got 50-50 chance. You've got quite a good chance there. Good chance. Okay, let's do a little bit of this before I give you the answer. So the questions that I asked, a couple of them, I'm not doing them all, a couple of questions I asked in my Q&A video I made today, and see if you can answer them. This one I was a bit stumped on, but my rule is if I ask a question, I have to answer it live, like while I'm filming. And this one I was stumped on, but I found an answer in the end. So can you do it? What is a useless skill that you are good at? It's got to be a skill. That's why I was like, not something you're good at that's useless, a skill. What is a useless skill that you are good at? And it took me, I don't think it took me long. You see me thinking about how long it takes me to think of something. If you see editing, it's because I speak gobbledygook, so I have to edit that out. What was it I said? Hey, it was right. Oh, gobbledygook. I don't know, but I don't cut out my thinking time because I like you to know how long I think about a question. So what is a useless skill that you are good at? And as I say, it's got to be a skill, not just something like, let's see if we can think of something else now. It's hard to think of a skill that's useless. I did think of something. First of all, I told you what my party trick is, but then I said, no, that's not a skill. So what's your answer? If you're watching this back later, do put your answer in the comment. And when my Q&A video comes out, do put your answers under the video as well. I'm always interested to hear your answers. What else? Oh, this was another one that was quite good. What is the first question you ask someone when you meet them? Oh, I guess you'd ask their name. I didn't think of that. Unless you've been introduced. Let's say you've been introduced. Oh. See, sometimes when you have time to think of these questions and you're not put on the spot, you come up with different answers. Yes, I suppose, but I'm going to guess you've been introduced to someone. This is Peter. Hello, this is Peter. This is Dawn. So you already know the name, don't you? Or if you're introduced, perhaps you say, oh, how did you know? Say the host or the other person. And there are some funny answers in the video. There are some funny answers. I'm laughing in it, and then when I edited it, I was laughing again. There's some really funny answers. Oh dear. And I think there was a bit of a funny bit on that one as well. Oh, this was another one that was different. I like different questions. Create a new slogan for YouTube. It was a bit rude. I was a bit rude, but then I did come up with a really brilliant answer. Really brilliant answer. So could you think of an answer for that? Create a new slogan for YouTube. These are all my questions that I've kind of thought of and collected over time. And yes, you'll notice I collect books and write themes and subjects on the books. And like, for example, this puzzle book, the reason I have to put my little pictures on is because I've got so many books similar. So this is my puzzle one. And look how thick it is. And I'm only up to here on puzzle questions. But yes. So, yes. Let's do one more that I had. Oh, this was funny. Obviously, I'm not giving my answer now, but you think about it and tell me your answer in the comments. What is a red flag when meeting a potential new partner dating? Oh, it was funny what I said. What is a red flag when meeting a potential new partner dating? And I came straight out with it. I don't know where it came from. But that was fun. Steve's got an answer to make up a new slogan for YouTube. He's got work for free, YouTube. I like that. I think that's really good. And you know what? That is so good, Steve, that you will definitely get the applause of today. That is a brilliant answer. Jolly good, Steve. That was super. Oh, this was the question of the next question I did. What's the first thing you say to when you meet someone? Steve says, I'll meet you inside the cinema. Brilliant. And what's a red flag when you meet a potential new partner? And Steve put red flag. My answer is so true. So true. So I'm going to have to post that quite soon now, aren't I? Because you're all interested in that. Okay, let's do the answer now to the puzzle piece, the puzzle for today. Let's do the answer coming up now. So the question was this. Mr. Bigger is 7 foot tall. His only son is 10 years old, 5 foot tall, and is thinner than his father. So who is bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? And of course, the answer is the son, because he is a little bigger. He's a little bigger. Yeah, he's a little bigger. The answer was in the question. He's a little bigger. He's a little bigger. Did you like that one? I think that's a great moment to end on. So 1 point to Dawn today. So thank you so much for watching. As I say, look out for Monday will be my 5K giveaway, and there is only one top prize, and it's the first one to do it gets the top prize. So do put that on your reminder, hit that little notification bell, because you want to jump in there, and there's quite a bit you have to do. So don't think, oh, I'll be first to view it, but it's not the first view. So there's a little bit of work involved. But do check out that on Monday. As I say, hit the notification bell, or make sure you are subscribed, so you can subscribe over the next few days, and then you can participate. Steve's laughing. Okay, so thank you so much to all of you, to my moderators, especially Stephen, Tina, Jewel, and thank you to every one of you that got me to 5K. It is so much appreciated. I've been smiling all day. Thank you for that. And we're finished today, and I will see you back here on Monday or on my other channel live on Friday. Until then, as always, Meraki.